I have a message for you. Hey guys, this is another week of messages from God. Seriously, it is very hard. No, not as hard. It's easy. But anyways, it's hard. If you're wondering what I'm rambling about, I'm rambling about finding what God is saying to me and what He wants me to use. See, finding the letters are easy. Finding them, that can be very hard, especially as a mailman. Just think about it. It may be easy, like getting the mail and then just be like, okay, I'm just gonna drive off. Or just walk off wherever you are. But is it really easy to find the location on where you're planning on delivering the mail? But, you know, and so, one of the messages today that I got, I was talking about these two friends, like, they're really good friends, but they got into a fight, and one another couldn't trust each other. But eventually one of the friends decided to deliver a message. Sends it to the friend. And the other friend's just like, who is this that gives me a message? Because the other friend was too afraid to write his name down. But the second time he finds the bravery and he actually does it. But he still doesn't respond for the hate that he had for this other friend. Lying to them. So he ignores. Third time. Finally reads it. And he finally realizes what to do. Am I saying this am I saying that this is going to be about hate? No. You could take this little story, parable if you will. Maybe, I don't know. You could take this as many things. But what I'm talking about is the messenger. And you're probably thinking, messenger? I didn't see. You didn't mention a messenger. But you know, the understory of the messenger had to deliver the mail to one friend to the next to return. And we delivered to the other friend that was ignoring him. He would get no replies back. So the messenger didn't know what to do. So he goes back home, does the usual thing, just like a joint, do some little Katario action. And then he gets another call. He's like, okay, can you go to my mailbox? I got another message for you. Can you do it? And the other guy's just like, yeah, we could definitely do that. So of course he does. And then he gets the message, returns it to the dude, and the other dude's just like, again, ignores it. So he gets no message back again. So he was doing what he's doing, and he gets another call saying, okay, you deliver this message, and again, if he gives the message to you, can you please return back to me pronto? So he does that. So, again, third time. Finally, the dude ends up writing a message back. But he also wrote a message to the messenger saying, I thank you that you took the time. Even though you didn't have to do this right away at all. Usually we get mail either the next day, but no, you deliver the mail the same day. Not long after. You did this out of the kindness of your heart. And I thank you a lot for it. So, and now at this point, the messenger's like, thank you, man. So he finally delivers the message to the other friend. You know what happens? That one friend, the other friend, become friends again. The messenger enjoys his day. And again, you can find more meaning to that. This is a message that is similar to the message Sam. Maybe heard of him, maybe haven't. But he's an awesome dude. And I'm going to tell you why. In fact, I'm going to show you, but I'm going to tell you why. In 1 Samuel chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Well, technically it isn't verses 8 to 10, but verses 2 to 10. One night, Eli, who was almost blind by now, had gone to bed. The lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was sleeping in the tabernacle, church, temple, if you didn't know, near the ark of God. Suddenly, the Lord called out, Samuel. Yet Samuel replied, what is it? He got up, ran to Eli, and he's just like, hey, you called me? I'm here. And then Eli responds, I didn't call you. Go back to sleep. So he did. Then the Lord called out again, Samuel. And then again, Samuel replies. Actually, he didn't reply. So he goes to Eli. Then he says, here I am, Eli. I'm right here for you. I didn't call you, my son, Eli says. Go back to sleep. You get just dream it off. Then again, the Lord calls Samuel. Samuel did not know the Lord because he had never had a message from the Lord before. So the Lord called the third time once more. Samuel got up, went to Eli, and he says, here I am, right here for you. At this point, Eli realizes that, hey, this must be God. This must be God talking to him. So he goes to Eli. Eli goes to Eli. He thinks it. Huh? And then he goes to Samuel saying, okay, this is what you do. Go back to sleep, and if your name is being called again, say, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. So Samuel goes to sleep, does exactly what Eli tells him. And the Lord came again and called as before, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel replied, speak, your servant is listening. You know? So why did I bring up the story before, and why did I bring up this? Because a lot of times in this day and age, in this techno day and age, we have such a hard time. Like for example, teachers, they call for us. They know that there's an important thing that we're supposed to do, and we're ignoring it because we don't really know how to respond a lot of times, and usually we're just thinking, hey, they're just gonna call us to do some busy work, so we're just like, we just don't respond, and eventually teacher has to call again and again just to get the student to respond. But in this case, the Lord had a mission for Samuel. Jesus, God, He has so much to say to us. But the problem is the problem is not that Jesus, God, doesn't talk to us. The problem is we don't know how to listen. And again, by saying this verse, by saying this story, it's not for you to say, so next time I hear my name being called randomly, I'm going to expect it's God. But hey, maybe so. What I am saying is this. The more we open our minds and our heart to what God is saying, the more we're going to listen to Him. The more you get into the Word and take time just to listen to God, then dude, like this messenger in the story, like I said in the beginning, how eventually he responds, eventually he finally hears it, finally gets the message. It's gonna be so worth it. Because like in that story, when he finally got the message from another dude, he says, thank you for just taking the time just to deliver these messages. And like God, he's so amazing. Because when you finally start listening to God, when you finally start to hear Him, He'll just be like, thank you, where you finally hear me. And I'm so glad that you are finally able to listen to me. He's not going to be like, dude, jerk. No. I'm glad. So when it comes to listening, okay, maybe something that's going on in your week that's going to be calling you and you're just going to be like, you're not going to respond at first, but dude, when you finally respond to what God's calling you to do or what He's trying to say to you, then your world's going to be turned upside down because God can do amazing things for you. And this was another episode of Messengers from God, and I'll see you next week. Have a blessed one.